G'day everybody and welcome to another week of Susie's Selections brought to you by Sinclair Wilson.
Are you getting everything you deserve? At Sinclair Wilson, we can answer all of your financial questions, optimize your tax position, and develop long-term strategies which will be very much to your advantage. Sinclair Wilson, for strength in numbers.
We don't have any Hampton League this week because the country championships are on, so we'll just delve straight into the AFL and to start things off. We have Geelong versus Carlton at Etihad Stadium. Surprise, surprise, I'm tipping Geelong in this one, but I have some pretty good reasons this week. One of which is how poorly Carlton is going at the moment. Geelong, I think, should be able to get the win fairly easily, just on form. Another little fun fact for you all, Carlton has never beaten Geelong at the Dockland Stadium, so I'm tipping the Cats to make it 14 in a row at the venue. And then on Saturday we have St Kilda versus West Coast Eagles at Etihad Stadium. The Eagles are in fine form at the moment. They only dropped one game all year. Of course, that was to the Western Bulldogs at Etihad Stadium earlier this year, so can they change their fortunes at the ground? Time will tell. St Kilda has really taken the challenge up to teams in recent weeks. I'm tipping the Eagles for this one. Hopefully though, we see another close contest. And then we have Greater Western Sydney versus Adelaide at Spotless Stadium. The Giants are another team that is in great form at the moment. Beat Hawthorn 2 weeks ago, had a big win over Carlton last week. I'm tipping it'll be another win for them, especially at their home ground, but Adelaide's another team that's been doing really well, so hopefully again a great contest between the two. And then we have Gold Coast versus Collingwood up on the Gold Coast. Of course, Collingwood has already shown us this year that it has no troubles heading north and should get the job done. I'm tipping the Pies to get the win, but if this year has shown us anything, it's that anybody can win on their given day, and even though the Suns have really been struggling, like I said, you can't take anything for granted this season, so maybe, but I don't think so. And then we have Hawthorn versus Sydney at the MCG on Saturday night. When last year's grand finalists go at it again, I'm tipping we're going to have the same winners, but hopefully not the same margin in the end. Hawks for me, but I think it's going to be a much closer game than last September. And then finally on Saturday night we have Fremantle versus North Melbourne at Subiaco. North Melbourne, of course, was one of two teams to beat Fremantle at Subi last year, but the Dockers are a bit of a different prospect this year, and I'm tipping them to keep their undefeated streak alive. And then on Sunday we have Essendon versus Brisbane Lions at Etihad Stadium. It was a great win by the Lions last week, getting over the top of Port. I don't think too many people saw that result coming. Can they do it again on the road? Time will tell. But for me, I'm going to tip Essendon. It's their home game and their best is definitely good enough, but it depends whether the players turn up switched on to play. So I'm thinking it might be a bit of a close one, but the Bombers for me. And then we have Melbourne versus Western Bulldogs at the MCG. The Western Bulldogs really took the challenge up to Fremantle last week, and their best is definitely good enough to beat most teams in the competition, so I'm tipping them to get a comfortable win over the Demons. Then finally we have Port Adelaide versus Richmond at Adelaide Oval. The Powers lost 2 in a row now, and they won't be keen to make it 3, especially at their home ground. I'm tipping them to come out firing and get the win over Richmond. It'll be good to see how Richmond goes at the scene of their finals humiliation last year. Can they bounce back, have a little bit of redemption? Who knows, anything could happen this season, but I reckon Power probably pretty easily in this one. And that's it for another week, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. To all the footballers and netballers who are out representing their leagues this weekend, best of luck to you all. To everyone who's not, enjoy your weekend off. It's probably really well deserved. And everyone else out there, happy tipping.